Hello, woodchucks and farmers. Welcome back to Oceanside Forest, where we have made it to the month of February. It is about midday, and boy, have things improved up on the farmyard field? Is that what we're calling it? Yeah, the farmyard field. Progress has been made. We'll see that in just a second. So much progress has been made up there. I've been cutting down so much trees. I needed another fuel refinery because the wood chips have been just piling up. Actually, even the third one is almost half full of wood chips. But that'll take care of itself in the next month or two because I don't think I'll be cutting down any trees. Currently, the sawmill has 400,000 liters of wood into it. And if we go on into the stats here, oh, you can kind of see the field there. Oh, no. Let's go to here, and we are over 4,000 trees cut. Actually, today I've cut down 400. Yeah, 400 trees. Oh God, I've been here almost 7 hours. A little bit longer today, but anyways, we need to pay Billy for cutting down all those stumps. So we're at 4,000, so we need to go ahead and remove 50,000. There we go. Now we're set up to 5,000 trees whenever we get there. So, oh no, I'm down below 13 million. This can't happen. So there we are. So no more cutting down trees. Definitely until after we get the field planted today. We're going to start planting that field today. I know that comes in April, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, let's jump on up to the field, and you can kind of see where I've been. Let's jump into the Winter Wolf, and actually let me put on the fly mode so you can get a better view, and we'll fly it up. So basically, where we lined to the right, that is where the field was at the end of last episode, and where it's all freshly plowed and all the way up to here, that is where I cut down the 400 trees recently. I started liming because I knew this would take me a while to lime up, and I didn't want to set it up on a worker because the worker would try to do the whole field and doesn't need to do the whole field. We just need to do this section here. So I didn't quite make it up to the road, but you know what? I made it a lot further than I thought I would. And the reason why I didn't go right up against the electric poles over here, because I want the road, we got the power line road coming up on that side. We're going to have to switch over to the other side because this field over here, the hillside field, is hugging the pole lines, poles over here. So the road's going to go up there and meet that road, even though I can't access the road anymore from over there. But maybe I'll just have a road going across because, for reasons, you never know. It'd be nice to have a road, especially when the crop really starts growing. We got crop destruction turned on, of course, so I can't just cut across the field. So I may need some access over there. Let's jump into our second Winter Wolf, shall we? And we'll start throwing down some lime. And we'll get this done hopefully rather quick. I hope I got enough to finish up the field. I just went down and topped off and kind of finished up the little section I was doing. So another interesting thing has happened, of course, by going to the months. Our chicken coops and the duck pen, well, we'll just call them the bird pens, I guess. Well, I think it was actually in January I woke up and it said animals sold and I had a profit. The chicken coop got over 2,000 birds into it, so it sold the extra animals. Now, of course, most of them were males, so I've been selling the male chicks as we go along. So we are definitely over 1,000 chickens. I think we're at 1,400 females now in there, and the ducks are over 1,000 as well. So, yeah, every month now we got to go in there and make sure all the males are sold. And also next month we're going to go ahead and feed the birds as well, because they are getting kind of low on the food a little bit. The good thing about that calculator that we've been using, not only does it tell you yearly what the birds require, but it would also tell you how much they need per month. So I can kind of guess, like, can they make another month? And next month we should be feeding the birds. So that's what we'll do next month. But I'm hoping that we can get until harvest time, which is like July, because I don't want to sell birds once we get a full pen. And we're pretty close to getting a full pen. But we'll take care of the birds in March. That's the only thing we're doing in March, is taking care of the birds. I'm not doing anything field-wise. And then we're going right to April. Now, I was like, yeah, we'll plant the field this episode. And I got thinking, it may take me 5-10 minutes just to make a headland around this field. It's getting to be that big. So, yeah, we'll at least start planting the field today. May not finish it, but we'll start planting it today. And then we'll probably finish it up next episode. And at some point, I will get back to cutting down trees, but I'm going to take a little break from cutting down trees, I think. Plus, I think the workers in the sawmill will like a month off as well. They've been going at it 24/7. And plus, they'll give a chance for the fuel refinery to get on through those wood chips as well. I had to bring up, while I was cutting today, I had to bring up the Thunder Creek fuel trailer to top off the tree harvester because I was just about out of fuel. It does need a good repair, so I'll have to take care of that before I start cutting down some more trees. I don't know if I'll cut any more trees down after we finish planting this field because we'll have a couple months before harvest time, or if we're just going to zip right onto harvest time. I have to see how I feel and how my mood sets me off on cutting down trees. But we've reached 4,000 trees, and it would be kind of interesting to see. I'm looking forward to this year's harvest to see how many liters we're going to get off the fields, because that can kind of tell me how many more trees we need to cut. Now, it's not exact science there because the yield's going to differ depending on the soil type and all that, but we can kind of guess. If I cut down 4,000 trees and I get 1 million liters of feed, then that means we're probably going to have to cut down 12,000 trees, actually probably a little bit more than that, to get up to 3 million. Why a little bit more than that? Because if you remember this hillside field over here, part of it was mostly open. So there wasn't as many trees in there. It wasn't as dense like myself. So yeah, we didn't actually have to cut down that many trees on the hillside field when we started. And if you do see parts of the field in this section here where the lime's not going down, it's because we've already limed the field, but I went back over it with the plow again just to make sure that I overlapped a little bit and we didn't have any empty spaces in between. It looks like I'll get this whole field done with the lime I got left, which is good. Not that I don't mind spending the money on the lime, I just want to keep traveling back and forth. Now for me, because I'm seeing it as I go along and cutting down the trees, part of me does not see that much of a difference as I move along, but it also, I can remember when I just started cutting down at that corner and went over to the power line road. I remember talking in an episode when we were on the power line road saying, oh, we can just cut right through there. There's a lot of trees, and I don't know, it's been like a week and a half since that episode, maybe 2 weeks, and yeah, opened it up quite a bit. Yeah, so this should already be lined up, so we are all set to go. So, a little bit there, I guess. So yeah, well, the field is done being limed. Soil sampling's already been done on it. So it's all set to be drilled. So yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take me to do one headland around here. Yeah, the drill is a 30-meter wide drill, but that takes care of the width. It's the amount of time it's going to take me to go around. Yeah, I think we'll just keep the time at real time when I start drilling so we can see how long it takes me to drill the field. Let's go ahead and we'll put this winter wolf away. And actually, I probably should take that back off. That way it's ready to go when I need to use it. All right, we'll park that right there. So I don't have anything else to take care of today. At least let me just double check on this here. So yeah, we're in here on the ducks, and you can see daily food requirement is, we'll just say 13,000 liters. We got 33. The eggs are saying they're getting kind of full. Oh, they're out of straw. Well, the straw, like I said, is not that big of a deal. That just creates manure. So I will take care of that at some point, but not today. Maybe tomorrow when we take care of them. And the chickens, same thing. Daily food requirement, 13,000 liters. We got 33. And it says they're almost full on eggs, but we'll see about that. Like I said, I'm not too worried about if, I don't leave any room for the eggs to spawn. We don't need the money or anything like that. Let's just go ahead and we're going to sleep until 9 a.m. still. So the sawmill should have gone through all of its wood. And hopefully the food refineries, which, it's actually, that is the first snow or rain I have seen since last episode. Oh, but we're waking up. So you can see sold animals. You can see the numbers coming up there. So yeah, we did make some money overnight. Not that big of a deal. But let's come into here. And where's the trigger? There's the trigger. All right, so we're just looking for male chicks, female, males. So you can see we're at 2,000 birds. We're completely full. But of course, we know we're not because we got to sell a whole bunch of males. How many do we have now? Who knows? Let's go ahead and sell these. 60 more. We might be here a while because a couple times it has taken me a while to sell all the male chicks. See what it brings us down to. Oh, there we go. That's the last set. So just about 323 male chicks that we just sold. So they're all set for now. And while I'm in here, let me go ahead and we will put the feed trough on the outside. As for eggs, still not full looks like. But I thought when I tested this, I think the eggs will come out another row. So that's what I'm kind of curious about. And again, I'm not too worried about if I don't leave enough room. Oh, there's Liberty. First time I've seen Liberty today too, but I really haven't been down here that much. So he must have been cruising around in the forest over there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the eggs. I'm not too worried about the money from the eggs. I mean, look at the money. We're fine. All right, so ducks. Ducks. Where's the ducks? Yeah, the ducks are not filling up as fast, but we started the ducks after the chicks. So yeah, give them some time. So we got males here. And of course, we'll go sell these. Well, we'll sell 60 at a time. Yes. And then make sure I'm on the males. Oh, not that many. All right. And so everything, they should all be females except for one lonely male. Should be one. Yeah, only one. Just one. Just one. One is all you need. All right, let's bring out this feed trough as well. Yeah, there it goes. We'll leave the door open for a moment because I want to put the feed trough back away. I already got the New Holland T8 over here. Kind of prepped for the episode. But that's the first frost I've seen all throughout the winter. I mean, since last episode, this episode, not one raindrop, not one snowflake, working all day, sleeping all night, nothing, nada, zilch. All right, so March, we're just taking care of the birds here. So let's see, we got March, so we got March, April, May, June, July, we'll say. So we got 5 months until harvest time. Do I have enough feed to get me that far? It's going to be questionable. Very questionable. But we'll take it as it comes. Left myself just enough room to get into my silo. Let's see, what do I want to fill up with? Well, we're going to take 2 loads anyways. Let's take all the wheat that we have. That's at 51,000 liters. I think this is a 55,000 liter trailer. So it'll be exciting to get to drilling the farmyard field. See what that yields this year. Oh, look at that. Must be a 52,000 liter capacity because almost full. Just make sure we don't run over Liberty, wherever he may be. Probably should feed him. I mean, haven't seen him really since, what was last episode? Was last episode December, maybe? I don't know. Feels good not cutting down trees, though, right now. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, I'm out of the trigger. All right, so while that's filling on up, let's go ahead and we'll give Liberty some food. He was over there. Well, usually when you give them a bowl of food, usually they come running. So did I fill this all the way up? Not quite. So we'll go ahead and make sure we'll try to top them off. Oh, there's Liberty. All right, so next, that's all the wheat, but we do have a good amount of sorghum in here. I think over 100,000 liters. No wheat, no barley. Actually, we got 144,000 liters of sorghum, so that's pretty good. All right, I'm going to continue on feeding the birds, and then we'll go and give the birds actually some straw for bedding, so they can keep on producing manure. But like I said, the manure is not that big of a thing here. But we'll keep on doing it because why not? All right, ducks are taken care of. 80,000 liters are in. Bring the feed tray in. Close that door. Let's bring back the leftover sorghum. So we got to make it 5 months. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close, but I think we might do it, actually. I'm trying to do some quick math in my head, which is not a good thing after cutting down trees for as long as I have today. See, after feeding all of the birds, let's get this in here. And if we walk up to the silo, we should see the number that we have. So 75,000 liters left in the silo. Well, start taking your guesses. Will we make it to July if both pens were to fill up? That's the question, though. Let's go ahead and put this away. In case it snows, I don't want snow getting in my trailer. Although it would melt by the time next time I need it. Alright, actually we can leave this right here. Because I don't need the New Holland for anything. At least not in this any more time in this episode. We'll grab the Deutz and we'll grab a bale. And we'll give the birds some bedding. The beautiful Deutz, where it all started. It's been relegated to bird duty. Let's grab the 81,000 liter bale. That's right, 81,000 liters. As for doing bedding when all the pens get put up, I don't know if I'll be doing that. Might be just a little bit too busy. But since we're still... Do I want to still stay in the early stages here? I mean, they are starting to really produce some manure. I will say that much. So I'm just kind of like showing this off a little bit in case someone wants to use the pens. And you have to use the enhanced animal mod in order to get the manure out of the pens. But in case someone wants to do birds and get some manure. Okay, so put that down here and get it off the forks, and that should fill on up. Alright, chickens are taken care of. And no chickens escaped. If they do escape, that's where Liberty comes in. Liberty would chase them back in. Yeah, the manure we can either sell down at Billy's, or I could put it in the fuel refinery, and you know, we could definitely go ahead and... Nope. I want you off the pallet forks. We can go ahead and probably make some fuel with it, or whatever I can do with it in there. I don't know what. Sneak the bale up. Alright, almost. Alright, we're out. Now the ducks are happy. And when it comes time to sell the eggs, we're not putting down a bakery. I don't want to do any more productions. I know I said that before. Then I added a second fuel refinery, now a third. I think 3 fuel refineries is what's going to keep up with the amount of wood chips I can create, or the sawmill creates when I go bananas and cutting down trees. And I don't want to upgrade the sawmill or anything like that, because if I do that, I think we all know me at this point. If I see I can put more wood into the sawmill, I'm going to keep cutting wood down throughout the day and try to fill it up. So I think I'm going to leave it right where it is. And I don't want to activate also the factory upgrade mod because that seems to cause some issues once in a while with my production building saying out of space. But speaking out of space and out of time, I think we're out of space and out of time for March. The birds are taken care of. Production buildings are going to do what they do. So let's just go on home. And I think we can sleep till 8 because it'll be April. So I think the sun will be up, I would hope. Probably some great demands going on through, which, whatever. Don't be raining. Don't be raining in the morning. I can drill when it rains, but really you shouldn't be doing that. Alright, so let's go ahead and we got to take care of the birds, meaning let's go ahead and sell all the males that may have occurred. Let's see, female. Just looking at the chicks, and the males are down here. Alright, alright. So we're back at 2,000 again, but then again, we're just selling the males. So slowly but surely, we will have a full pen of females. And we're getting there because now we got 1,841. Well, actually 1,840 females. One male. And that's what we got. As for the eggs, oh yeah, we are getting a second row. So the eggs are going to start really coming fast and furious. All right, let's go see what the ducks are up to. We'll feed Liberty again because that's what we should be doing every day. It'd be kind of nice if they actually added something so that the dog actually means something other than just having a dog on the farm. Male ducklings, here we go. So we are at 2,000 ducks in here currently. But of course, all the males must go except for one. There we go. Last batch. So we're at 1,734. So we are definitely over 3,000 birds on the farm now. Just seemed like, was the last episode we just reached 1,000? Like I said, once I even convert or bring over one male and 7 females, ducks and chickens, they're going to reproduce rather quickly because I'm going to just bring over the mature ones. So they're going to reproduce every 2 months. All right, speaking of reproducing, let's reproduce some sorghum, shall we? It is April, right? It is April. There is rain in the forecast. I just saw that. Let's have a quick look at the forecast. All right, not until noon. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to detach from the drill because when I asked a while ago, should I say doubles or triples, I only got one comment. So, and they requested triples, so that's what we're going to get. I don't think I've ever had triples on a tractor before. I don't remember doing so. I like the way the doubles look, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and do some triples here. First, I got to find them. We got this regular triple. Is it just regular triples, wide tires, wide doubles, standard, twin, and just triples? Yeah, so only one set of triples on there. It's not like wide triples or anything. Yeah, so we're all set. Going to cost me 24 grand just to get the extra set of tires on there. We didn't hit the side of the wall or anything like that. They may not be, still may not be as, you know, they may just be as wide as the double wide tires, if that makes sense. The only thing I'm going to see here is how bad is this going to be to steer and maneuver around. And another thing I'm going to want to see, wow, the tires almost hit each other. The other thing I'm going to want to see also is, can I get up and down the power line road? That's going to be a thing here. Oh, can I even get back in here to hitch up to the drill itself? On this setup here, the drill goes first, then the seed tank. Go nice and... Okay, why can't I back over that? Must be a little lip on the shed area. That's why I can go. All right, we're all set. Oh, I didn't fill it up last time? Oh, that really sucks. oats, canola, soybean, sorghum. That should be sorghum. What side does that fill on? All right. I mean, we're here. Let's fill it up. Now, we do have an auger wagon that's full of fertilizer, but not seed. So when it comes to seed, I may have to... Well, I'll figure it out. If I got to buy another auger wagon, we'll get ourselves another auger wagon. Oh, this is going to be... Okay, I didn't quite... That's a little bit too much. Got to fold that back up. You know what? I may have to take care of this in the field because I did not give myself enough room. Please tell me that's in the trigger. Oh, it is. But now, this is not going to work because you have to leave the trigger and go back in, usually. Oh, no. Now I got to back up with a articulated tractor. And the drill is way on the back. All right. You know what? That's good enough. Like I said, we got the auger wagon that's full of fertilizer. Seed, I probably won't go through as much, but I'm wondering if we will. I mean, we do have, what is it, 25,530 liters of seed in there. That's pretty darn good. All right, let's go ahead and unfold our drill. So we reached 4,000 trees cut and 3,000 birds. And now planting a nice big field here. Let's go ahead and lower that down. 8:07 is the time of starting up drilling. Nice 30-meter wide drill. I'm glad we went with this. Not long ago, we got the 18-meter wide one, and I'm like, this will do. I'm pretty sure when I got to this field here, I'd be like, you know what? Let's. If I didn't have this yet, I'd be like, you know what? Time to log out and get that mod loaded on up because at first, this is what the field can deceive you. At first, when you're coming up the hill, it's like, oh, it's not that bad. Then you get around this corner, and then you're like, oh, we got all that to do, huh? Yes, we do. So, and the good thing is it's a direct drill as well. Plus it holds a lot of seed and a decent amount of fertilizer. But I'm sure we'll be up here in a while with the auger wagon, which should be full of fertilizer and ready to go. And we'll be topping this off. I'm trying to make sure I overlap the end of the field here, but I don't want to be hitting any trees. Please, let's not end up doing that. But I'm not going to take any jump cuts. I want to see how long it takes to go around. Hopefully I can remember 8:07. If not, and I mess up when I get around because, like I said, I've been on here for a while. So I'm probably a little bit tired and my math or memory is worse than it usually is. You can correct me in the comments below when we get around. But it's gonna be a little bit. It may not be as bad as I originally thought, but we'll see. And next month, when it comes time to take care of the weeds, well, you know what? Weeds are not going to be a problem in this field because this is all a new field that's been plowed. So I'm not going to get weeds everywhere, just where we harvested last season. So it's going to be a small field, so we can do that. But in the future, definitely we'll be getting Frank and company to be taking care of the weeds. But I must say, after, I don't know how long it seems like forever in some ways because I cut down so many trees since the end of last harvest season over here. It feels so good to be over here and putting the crop into the ground. Now the question is, do you want to start guessing how many liters of sorghum are we going to get harvested off this field this year? I don't even know where to begin because I don't think I'll even be close. Uh, I'm definitely hoping for over 500,000. I think when I calculated last episode, this was before I cut down this extra section over here. I did quick math, and I thought it was going to be like 700,000. So, I mean, could I get 1,000,000 liters off this field alone? I think that's... I don't know. I really don't know. And if I could do that, if I get 1,000,000 liters off this field this season, I may not expand this field anymore, although part of me wants to cut the rest of the trees down up to the road. But if I get 1,000,000 liters off this field, I kind of want to get like 1,000,000 liters off all 3 fields. But seeing it's going to be different crop in the fields, don't hit that tree. Okay, I did hit the tree, but we got around. Yeah, with different crops, you're going to get different yield types, or because wheat's going to harvest better than barley. Sorghum, I don't know, but I think it harvests the same as wheat. But the reason why you get more price for sorghum than wheat per 1,000, because with sorghum you don't get the straw, with wheat you do. And I think the game tries to balance out the crop types to be almost the same value. That's why you get a lot of money for soybean, because soybean doesn't yield that well. So you're going to get more per 1,000 than you would the other crop. I do know one thing though, because it kind of showed that mulching the field does pay off with precision farming. So at the end of harvest this year, we're going to have to mulch the field, but definitely going to be hiring Frank and Company with the Horsch mulcher to take care of this field, because I'm not going to want to be doing it. I'll probably just stick to the power line fields, the small ones. So I'm kind of, the triples on the Big Bud, I thought it was going to bother me at first because I'm not used to it, but since the drill is so big and the tractor is big in itself, the triples don't seem that bad on it. And plus it might give us more traction. Maybe we won't be getting any slippage anywhere. Now, it probably will be a long harvest when it comes time to do this field in September, but that's going to be fun though, because we're going to be getting the crop for the birds. But this won't be until September. The first field we should be harvesting will be the wheat field right behind us. So 1/3 of the fertilizer is gone, but then again, we didn't start with a full tank. And starting to get a little bit used to how to turn with the articulated tractor and the drill right behind me. Although this setup is a lot easier than the other setup because the drill is before the seed tank. So I think that helps out a little bit. Now we're getting down to where the field was last season. And so far, if I remember correctly, it was 8:07. It's now 8:14. So far, 7 minutes. And honestly, when I see the rest of this field, I'm probably just going to keep just going around in circles. I'm not going to just do a couple of headlands and then start going back and forth. Because turning around with this thing, probably just easier to just keep going in a circle. Right, now I know originally when I made this field, I hugged the trees when I plowed this field. So I may not get right to the edge because I don't want to be getting stuck on a tree and trying to back up with this thing. So only in this section of the field will the weeds grow. And I am thinking with our See and Spot sprayer, I may look back on the Mod Hub because there were a couple of them, I do believe, but our See and Spot sprayer working speed is kind of on the slow side for a self-propelled one. And since our fields are getting the sizes that they are, a faster one would be good. So that's 8 minutes to make one headland. Which is not bad. I was thinking about 10 minutes mostly. Okay, so maybe almost 9 minutes, but probably 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes, but that's not too bad. And now getting a better look at what this drill can cover. Yeah, it's not going to be that bad planting this field, but then again, this field is misleading when you come up this hill. Oh yeah, and going uphill, we can see we're still at 11 miles an hour. So I think having the triples on here, we are getting better traction. Yeah, then you turn the corner on this field and you look at the rest of the field like, oh yeah, there's a huge part of the field up here. Alright, so I think it was 8:16. So doing this headland, in theory, should be quicker because the circumference of the field is getting smaller. But I don't know if it's going to cut off minutes on the trip. Yeah, I don't mind overlapping by a meter or two. Because I don't want to have to go back and try to get all the little pieces that I missed. And I should make it around one more time on fertilizer. But if I do run out, I will be filling this back up with the auger wagon because... yeah, why wouldn't you? That's what we got it for. Now, I think the header on our combine is just a little bit narrower than this. I think the header for the combine is just around 20 meters wide. So actually, it's a lot narrower than this. And of course, we can only harvest at 6 miles an hour, and this is traveling at 11. So let's just say this takes me 45 minutes to drill. Harvest time may take me like an hour and a half. Maybe close to 2 hours. Yeah, so a second combine, like, I'm trying to figure out how it would make 2 combines work in the field. I mean, I know how to do it, but I'm trying to figure out with the course plate, and I think there's a way to do that by skipping a row. But I'll worry about harvest time when harvest time comes. Maybe we'll just have to do it in multiple episodes. Because all I know is when it comes time to harvest the sorghum, we got to take care of the field and get ready to plant the barley into it, because after sorghum is barley, and after barley is wheat, and then after wheat it's back to sorghum. Well, at least with the first headland done, I don't have to worry about running into trees, you would think, but you never know with me. Not really going to the fertilizer as much as I thought we would. And that's fine by me. Less times I got to fill up. I don't care how much the fertilizer costs at this point. as we sit here with $13.5 million in the bank account. But I think what we'll do is, since we're down here at the farmyard, I will go ahead and unfold this. The seed we're not going through hardly at all. But I will, while we're down here, we'll grab the auger wagon, we'll come over and we'll top this off with more fertilizer, because I will need some more anyways. Might as well do it while we're down here. But this is actually making some good progress. As one would think, though, with a 30-meter wide drill. So really, it looks like I've saved myself, well, it's not saving, but it took 1 minute less to get around this time. But either way, we're covering a good amount of the field anyways. And I will say, this thing does turn rather well. It doesn't bind up on itself. Sometimes you can have implements, by turning too tight, it'll bind up on itself, but this works out rather well. And let me just stop right up here. Kind of turn it like this. Perfect. That's what I want it to happen. Let me go ahead and turn off the drill for a second. I said turn it off, and then we'll unfold this. That should go to the seed first, and then open up the fertilizer. We are going to grab whatever tractor I hop into, probably the McCormick. And the auger wagon is right over there. Should be full of fertilizer if I remember. Yep, been sitting in there all winter. Really good for the machinery. We do that. Okay, I'm going to try to put it right into the tank. I'm not going to try to line it up with the shovel on the other side. I don't know if I can fill it up this way or not. Or if I can get in there. That's why I was trying to get the drill kind of cockeyed a little bit from the tank so I can get up nice and personal with it. I don't think I can do this. I mean, maybe I can. Let's see, what button is... Yeah, I'm not going to get anywhere near... Don't think I can get near that at all. I mean, we're close, but... which one is the chute? That one's the chute. Alright, so that's not going to work. That's fine. Hopefully now... Of course, now... I'm at the wrong angle, but actually this... I mean, it's kind of sitting on top of the drill. Hopefully it still works. There it goes. You can see the fertilizer going into the tank. Perfect. Just missed the drill. Get it off the field because now the field is drilled. Don't want to be compacting the soil too much. Park that right there. So the crop rotation here is actually showing at 105%, but that will come down to 100% as we move along. But up where the field is freshly drilled, that should be at like 115% because it's going to show it as follow and follow. Let's fold that back on up. Yeah, it's kind of clipping into the drill there a little bit, but we're all good. All right, so now we're full on fertilizer, and seed should not be a problem for the whole field. So what will be kind of interesting, I am going to try to drill the hillside field with this. I'm just going to be kind of curious how it's going to go uphill with that much weight behind it. But then again, 6 tires, sorry, not 6 tires, that's 12 tires on the ground. Pulling up the drill. So when I hop out here and we check the crop rotation, 115% and the yield is 141. 141%. But as we know, as the years go through, the crop rotations eventually will come down just to a flat 100. But that's the way it's going to be. So I'm just going to do one more lap around. I'll probably finish up that part down there. And when we do next episode, we'll be finishing up drilling this field here. And then we can move right on to the month of May. We'll have to weed this field, which won't take us too long because we just got to use that little section down there. Take care of the birds every month until that coop is, 1,999 females and 1 male. That's our goal. And make sure they always got feed as well. And maybe we'll do something with the eggs as well. But possibly no tree cutting in between episodes. I think I may take a little bit of a break. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Oceanside Forest. But until then, have a good one.